Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
Good morning, noon, and night. I'm Draw Wizardess, the man behind the controllers, Ranger Orc, and you can see our lovely editor, Cleo the Alien. Sometimes you need a good Let's Play, or maybe just some background noise while you're doing something else. Or, maybe you just want something to get invested in and root for. I'm a sucker for a good RPG myself. No, not you, Wolfman. We're not here for you. No, thank you. You know, what smells worse, a burning dog or a wet dog? You know, I really don't want the answer to that. Ah, yes, you little guys are exactly the vibe we're going for. But you know, your heads look a little cold. You definitely need a hat. That one, right there, always reminds me of the giants in Dark Souls 2, and you can't tell me otherwise.
Ah, you found yourself a hunter.
What do you, Wolfman? Do these guys ever learn? A swift takedown to get him out of the way, so we can move on to the rest of the game. Ah, yes, loot. Can't forget that. Something you'll find out early is that we are loot goblins here, and even if the loot isn't useful, we're still gonna pick it up. See something glowy? My brain just says must have. So, let's take some time and meet the locals. See what's gonna happen. Okay, well, they're not exactly friendly, but an axe versus fist doesn't seem too fair. But what can you do? Hold the handy dandy lever. I just went up the ladder, guy. You are in my way. Yes, come this way. This way. Goodbye. Goodbye. Up the ladder we go. Well, that local doesn't seem overly friendly, but I'm sure we'll find someone who is. For being as old as this game is at this point, the visuals are always stunning. And welcome to the Hunter's Dream. Time to pick our weapons. Naturally, for being proper, she's gonna grab the saw cleaver and the blunderbuss. It's hard to pass up an option of a shotgun in video games. Aiming's not my strong suit, so point and shoot option is always nice to have.
Welcome to the Hunter's Dream. This will be your home for now. I am
friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it. This was once a workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons and flesh. We don't have as many tools as we once did, but you're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the dog, should it please you.
Hello, Gehrman. He may not seem like
This
much,
was
but he
once
will be
a
important
sacred
later.
haven.
Remember, exhaust all dialogue, for we've felt the repercussions of not doing so in future Souls games. Nothing like being locked out of DLC for making sure you didn't hear all the dialogue. So, one of the few rules we have here is exhaust all dialogue. Gotta remember to equip everything. That could be a problem later. Now back to Yusefka's clinic. One thing of note in Bloodborne, there are special blood vials.
Then I now and good.
Some of them more useful than others. Some of them are just there for story purposes, I suppose. We never really use them outside of getting some quest up and rolling. The only real downside here is that our lovely purple lanterns don't reset the area, so we have to travel back to the tree just to reset the area and get things moving. So we're gonna do this a few times here at Yusefka's clinic, and I'll let you know we do it one extra time, and that vial will never be seen or heard from again.
You're sick. But I'm afraid I'll do what I can of perhaps. But
Now that we're equipped with our lovely saw cleaver and blunderbuss, let's go say hello to the locals again. Not so tough when we have a real weapon and it's not just fisticuffs. Can't forget the loot. Back up the ladder.
Oh, you must be a hunter. And Not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yarnum, well, I don't think I could but I'm willing to help. This town is cursed. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can...
Now say it with me. Exhaust all dialogue. Gilbert here is rather friendly and doesn't mind sharing useful information from time to time. We just want to make sure we get all of that dialogue and we don't miss something later. Sometimes they'll even give you items, and that could be very useful down the line. People! Now here we have the locals trying to keep their streets clean from the beasties. Don't say no, we're not a beastie. Now, weapons are super useful here, but when you can get a crit off and use their body as a projectile to hurt somebody else, you can't pass up on that option. Open the door. Nice little lovely shortcut here for us. Not quite ready for the big man over there. He's a little scary for us at the moment. We'll get to him in due time.
Lads, you'll come on. And open the door and light a hunt. Away with you. Now.
Okay, well it seems like even the locals in their home aren't very friendly. But I guess they're at least safe in their homes, so they don't want to lose that. Alrighty, let's get their attention and they can come up to say hello. Hello, I know there's more of you. Where did you go? Ah, yes, the bonfire with all of the locals around it. They're gonna come up and say hello, or we're just gonna get stuck at the stairs for a brief moment here. You came to greet me, not the other way around. I haven't done anything. You came for me. We go try to pick up this item every time, and every time it's disappointing because it's on the other side of the gate. One day we'll remember. Today is not that day. Your shield doesn't do a whole lot here, buddy, but I would really appreciate it if your friends would stop shooting at me. That would be very, very useful. So we'll just take this one out real quick. And naturally, his friends are not too happy that their range fire has been taken out. If you guys want to wait patiently for your turn, I won't say no. Who else is shooting at me? Must collect loot. There's a glowing thing. More glows. Look at all of the glowing things on the ground. Sometimes it's hard to tell with all the light reflecting off the ground, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Nothing like groans to make you go investigate what's going on. Hey look! Another door. Think they're any more friendly?
I don't reckon you're from round here. Well, stuck outside on a night of the hunt.
So rude.
Poor, poor thing.
I guess the locals are just not very nice. This building here is quite useful. Shortcut for many things, and we will return to this spot a few times. Here's lore for you if you're interested. Come on now, can't forget the glowies. No, I just want the loot. Thank you. Open this door. Yes, there's a glowy, but we'd rather this guy not kill us on the way to the glowy. That'd be ideal. Another gate. Can we open it? And another shortcut. And look, it's Gilbert's window again.
Blood, you say? But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The church controls all knowledge on blood ministration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yarnham lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. And deep within Cathedral Ward is the old Grand Cathedral, the birthplace of the Healing Church's special blood. Or so they say. Yarnham, normally they wouldn't let you near the place, but the hunt is on tonight. This might be your chance. Across the valley to the east of you, deep within, lies the old main cathedral, said to be the source. I haven't heard of pale
Exhaust all dialogue.
That's your best
One of the
bet if
few
you're thinking
rules.
to do with unique types of
You'll see us going back and forth between the window and the wall, just to make sure that it repeats dialogue. Time to find out what all those thumps were about. Ah, it's a big boy. I'd rather not take that brick to the face if you don't mind. Alrighty, back to the glowing bits over there. A torch! Lovely. Can't say no to a torch. It's a hunter's best friend, and it's hard to say no when everything is so dark. I already have trouble seeing. The least we can do is make it a little bit brighter. Ah, yes, can't forget that loot we couldn't reach before. Ah, yes, the infernal Bloodborne dogs. They are no fun indeed, but we'll take the Bloodborne dogs over the Dark Souls 3 dogs any day. Teleporting dogs are not for the weak. Hello, it's nice to meet you as well. Glowy thing. It's okay, we'll get it later. Fair enough. First death. Jammed in a corner. It happens. Yes, we did forget to rest at the other lantern. It's not like other Souls games, we're just touching it. We'll load you back there when you die. Now, let's go get those souls back. Yes, Bloodborne calls them blood echoes, as the entire works is blood, blood, nightmare blood. Zero Lenny did say it best. But this is still a Soulsborne game, and they serve the same functions as both souls or runes, so you will hear them referred to as souls. The locals really think they're sneaky. Now, Proper, she is not sneaky. There's no running around or dodging enemies if we can help it. We like to remind them who's running the place. Our charisma may be low, but our Unga Bunga is not. Now, Proper is one of 3 characters that we typically play when we're doing a Soulsborne game. Proper here is typically our healer or our faith user. Those options aren't really too much of a noticeable thing here in Bloodborne, you know, they not being a stat and whatnot. We also have her sister Misfit, who is typically more of an arcane user of sorts. And then we also have her sister Quality Time, who is typically a strength dex build. None of them are really charisma strong, but they definitely get their point across. Proper is just the first that usually goes through and ventures in these games, and she feels it out. And being our typical faith user, it can make a difference in other Souls games. If you know, you know. Guys, I'm just here to go get my souls back. You don't need to make this any harder than it needs to be. You're just out protecting what you think needs to be protecting. And I can respect that. But I'm here to help, and you don't make it easy. Now, back to the big old man with the brick. And I'd really like to not take a brick to the face. That would be ideal. Gotta love the lovely front stabs. They make things a little bit easier. Don't forget the glowy bit. See that lovely purple dyed dog up there to the left? He has our souls. The dog may or may not have been what had killed us originally, but he was the first to walk over our blood echoes that were on the ground, and he just so happened to be the one who got to pick them up. So as long as we take care of him, we'll get our lovely souls back. Now down the ladders. Does anyone else hear the dink 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 noise from when the gold pointy hat helmet hits every single rung on the way down, even when you're not wearing the helmet? No? Just me? Fair enough. Always gotta try to break the objects. You never know. Could be an invisible wall, could be loot behind it, or it could do absolutely nothing. But rather try it and find out than not know and miss something. Can I make it? Can I make it? Come on, come on. Darn it. While we are in the sewers, might as well be rats. I'll take the rats over the dogs any day. Beautiful. Thank you for the healing potion. Gotta love a good fashion change. Sometimes it's nice to just change it up, but you can't deny Bloodborne armor choices always look good. Covered in blood or clean as it is now, it always looks sophisticated. And the perk about Bloodborne is there's no weight or stat requirements, so you don't have to worry about that pesky heavy roll. Now, I would like to thank you all for watching, and I do hope you hype this video, as this is our first recorded video of proper going through the Soulsborne series. We appreciate your time, and we hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoy playing it. Don't you dare go hollow.